Well, I ran across something that I think I'm going to show on this stream. As soon as some people come in, we'll show this once. Get about 5 or 6 people in here, or 10 or whatever. Let me get this out of here. We're going to need this. We don't want that to go too far. What I did for the wheel skirts is the lightest possible thing you can do. I'm still at 51.8 ounces. So it's still going to be 53 ounces. There's just no way around it. I thought it'd be 52, but it's going to be 53. We're going to finish these skirts tonight. I'll show you the down and dirty, quick, easy way to do that. You guys want to see my special video I edited up for you? It's about 3 minutes long. And I don't know, some of you have seen it. This is a Argentinian channel that I guess is debunked now. The guy's died. He had COVID, and he's the guy who gave me the award at Brodex one year. And so I went in there and I found it on an old computer I had, because I got 3 old ones that have died, and I've since tried to resurrect the hard drives to pick up some of the fonts and pictures and things on it. So I happened to run across it. I couldn't play Carolina because I'd get copyrighted. So I guess we'll go ahead and we'll shoot for this. So here we go. What happened? That's a background brand. Video banner. What happened to it? Now we got to add it, I guess. Add images. I don't want that. I want desktop. Viper build. Open that. Overlays. Shoot. Now I can't find the darn thing. Let's see. Background. No, we don't want a background. Oh, there it is. I already got it in there. Okay, here we go. Here it comes. Without further ado. Thank you very much for interviewing me here. And yes, I am the kind of the overseer of Stun Hanger, but it actually belongs to all the modeling. I've been doing control line about 50 years. I started at a very young age, and my father was a good provider for me. He opened a hobby shop so that I could pursue my hobby, and basically this is what's come of it. So he flew in 1948, and he got a second place at the Canadian Nationals. We have 4,500 members, and it's basically all worldwide, and that's why you folks down in, I guess, Argentina are viewing Stun Hanger. And it started 11 years ago, and it's been a real success. When I was younger, I built, at the hobby shop, probably 3 a month, and now I'm down to about 6 a year, so about 1 every 2 months. This airplane was built 40 days, so I don't know. I'd say it's close to 500. Well, I love control line in total. I'm not real sure on the longevity of control line because it's very hard to get younger people involved in the hobby. I'm looking that I should be able to build for the rest of my life, another 20 years anyway. Well, there's been a lot of innovations with the electrics and things that have come about. So the future control line is basically in the younger generation's hands, and now with the computer generation, and electrics, I foresee it lasting, a while longer. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share on my YouTube channel at Stunhanger at YouTube. And you can also go to www.stunhanger.com and register, and you'll join our Control Line family. So, till we see you again, fair winds, tight lines. See ya. Well, there you have it. That was a little excerpt from Hobby Show TV. What do you think? Was that cool or what? Let's see. We'll go to this. Uh-oh, what happened here? Seems that I've lost my controls. There we are. All right, we'll go to this view here. All right, so I had to redub it because they got thrown off of YouTube for music violations, so I had to put that overlay in it to kill their music. That took a little bit of work to get that overlaid, and then to get rid of their watermark. I had to work on that. What the hell? Okay. I'll show that from time to time on the channel, in an opener or whatever. I don't know. I like my open and close. I have another one that I did. I just don't know where it's at, where I had After Effects. And, when I was editing video, I could edit video pretty well, but it's just too much damn work. So we went to the live streams, and you guys seem to enjoy the live streams, so we'll keep doing them. All right, here's my wheel skirts. Let's see if we can see them. There they are right there. We're going to paint them up. I don't know what color I'm going to paint them, but I need to finish them. And in order to do that, we're going to do that the down and dirty way with CA. I'm not going to monkey around. They only added about, I don't know, probably 4 grams. Yeah, exactly. 4 grams, because we're 51.8 instead of 51.4, so 5 grams maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I've got them all sanded up. So we'll take them out, take them off, take them apart, hit them with the CA, and then sand them. Shoot a coat of paint on them, sand them, shoot a coat of paint on them. You know the drill. I guess we'll clear them. We'll try to get these done in this session. I did not work on the decal. So in order to do these in the quick mode, let me get the other camera, the other view, so you can see what I'm doing. Don't get too excited. Don't want to lose the parts when I do with it. Now, only set of wheel colors I want to open. I don't want to open another set. I took one off. I set it down. Right there it is. Okay. I'll put it on this cutting board. Yeah, he wanted to buy that guy. Unfortunately, he's passed away from COVID. The crud got him. The scamdemic, and now they want you to take another shot. Don't do it. Okay. Let's go to this cam. All right. I guess we'll do them both at the same time. Makes more sense when I'm doing this. But my favorite airplane was built in 40 days. I didn't realize that. My Junar. So this one ought to be better. It was built in 30. Should be better. And it's lighter. It's 6 ounces lighter. Okay. How I do this quick down and dirty method is bottle of CA, and we're going to soak them, sand them, soak them and sand them, and then we'll dope them. No primer. I'm going to get a paper towel. I don't want to get CA on me. I'm going to have to come up with another roll of paper towel. You know, you can go through Z-epoxy and fiberglass and all that business. These will look just fine. We ain't building a watch, we're building a model airplane. Smoke it a little bit. I don't know why it smoked there, but yep, got some skin on it now. This is cheating. What we're trying to do is seal a grain. Stretch a grain. Maybe use a block in black and white checker design. No jobs for Terry and the Pirates. For those who just joined, did you miss the interview with Pedro? Pretty cool video. Had a 4K camera working there. All right, we got CA all over this thing. And I'm going to douse it just to make sure that it's dyed. Okay. So we got, let's get the 180 here. That's some ass-kicking stuff, boy. Sand my fingerprint off of it. You could finish a whole model like this, but I wouldn't. It'd be too heavy. But for something like this, a couple of grams, it don't matter. We can see what the finish weighs. We'll weigh one I didn't do this to. Thank you, Dennis. That was at Brodak about 10 years ago. Do you or know anybody the prop size or range of props for an Aero Tiger 36? I would run 11.4 on it, but that's just me. You can run a 10.5, but I would run 11.4. Prop size gives you drive. That's what I run on my OS 32Fs is 11.4. So I would imagine the Aero Tiger's got as much power as that. You know, 10.4, 10.5. But I would run 11.4. More disc area you got, the more drive you got. Of course, you'll hear the owl rage say, "We got more gyroscopic precession. We'll quit building lumber wagons." Okay, let's give it another coat. Then we'll give it a coat of dope and work on the next one. This is getting ridiculous. I mean, you don't have to, these things don't have to be concourse finished, but But the way these appearance judges are, you don't want to give them no, hey, what are you going to do about that? Well, don't worry about it. Okay, one more coat. Oh yeah, that much better. It's already starting to get shiny. Got a turd that came on there. Maybe I'll play that video one more time before we sign off. And hope not to take a hit. Okay. These people got no sense of humor. Maybe I'll break out a roll of that 150 instead of this 180. Let's give it a try. Yeah. I got a case of this stuff, so shit. Typical crap on the bench just gets knocked off. It's for DA, but who cares? Then we'll drop to what size for a 36? Yeah, McCoy 35, Fox 35. Powering the green box Nobler monocoque covering. 40-ounce Nobler. Doesn't matter what it's cut, matters what it weighs. Noblers fly best at about 38 ounces, but many were built at 50 ounces. For the McCoy 35, 10.6, 10.5. For the Fox, probably a 9.5 by 5. Kind of got to ask somebody who's into foxes, really. McCoy's always ran the 10.6. Rev up, of course. And the Super Tiger 46s, they run a 11.6 EW. The boat paddle blade. This ain't gonna work very good. Yeah, I guess I got it. Yep, they're going to go through another COVID lockdown so they can get mail-in ballots. Just say no. Of course, bank your vote. Go ahead and mail it in early and keep track of it. Don't let them steal it from us this year or next year. Everybody knows it was stolen. The ones that don't are lying to themselves. This guy's a total boob. I know, no politics. Well, I'm just stating the obvious. Take another shot at your own peril. That feels pretty good. It feels actually really good. Okay, we sanded it down to 150 there. Let's get some 320 on there. What is this? This is 400. We don't need that. You know, I had another roll of 180. I don't know what happened to it. I couldn't have possibly used a whole roll of 180 on this airplane. It's a shame that there's no control line motors made for anything. No SF, no LAs, no Super Tigers. There's nothing. OS, everything is old stuff that we're using. And you can blame it directly on ourselves. Why would a manufacturer want to manufacture something that they can't sell? $20? God, that's ridiculous. Yeah. Okay. Support your local hobby shop, but I also buy off the Jungle website. Simply, it's convenient, and the hobby shop never has what I need anyway, so I go on the Bay and I go on the Jungle website. And I get it within a couple of days, you know. I wonder how come that lady didn't call me back on that lead replacement. Steve Kafka has some type, this is for Terry. Steve Kafka has some type of additive you add to one shot to re-add the lead in it. So I called his wife and I left a message, but I haven't got an answer back. That was yesterday. Of course, she called me late last night, or the last time. They're in Arizona. But that's what made one shot so good, was the lead. Now there's no lead, and it really ain't worth a shit. If you're painting signs, you can use Rust-Oleum, and then I got another Ronin, or I got another brand of sign enamel. It's not optimal, but it works. That's 400. We don't need that. I wonder what happened to my big roll of 180. Okay, that's this is sanded well enough to put some dope on it. I'll start building some dope coats on it, probably. Probably 3 or 4 coats of dope, and then I'll spray them. You need a down and dirty landing gear. You'll have no problem with a Vico. Yeah, Vicos are good motors. The most fun I ever had as a kid was with a Vico 19 and a Junior Nobler. That was a killer combination. Man, I flew that a lot of flights. Then my buddy stole the motor. But he did give it back, so got to give him credit for having the nuts to give it back. I'll get this one drying while I do the other one. We ain't using no stinking primer. Primer is total shit. I need to take that gallon of primer and get me a gallon of xylene and see if I can't mix up my own, make my own. Okay. That got me. Big inhale of cyanide. I need to do that to the other one. These are just 3 pieces of 1/8 inch. Glued together with CA. St. Louis. Hey, Tom. I'll see you there. Well, I can't help you there. I can loan you enough for a flight or two, but I ain't selling my fuel. Especially since I'm going to Oklahoma. Got to have fuel, but there'll be fuel there. I mean, I don't think you probably can get it at Schaefer's Hobby. You know what? Matter of fact, I will say a gallon of fuel. I got a gallon of Omni. I guess that's what it is. 10%, and I bought a quart of clots to add to the oil content. Because it says 20%, but it's really only 17. So if you want that, let me know and I'll bring it out there and we'll mix up 7 ounces of oil into that gallon and I'll sell that to you. But the other stuff that I had custom mixed, nah, I got to keep it. Otherwise, I'll just burn it myself. Be about $25. It's pretty much the going rate for it. What motor are you running? If you're running a Fox, I don't have any fuel for you. They take 25% caster, and I don't have caster. I got Super Technoplate. This quart was $25. So I have a bean oil. Oh, bean oil with you. I'll buy it for $25. Okay, great. Bring your bean oil or whatever, and you add 6 or 7 ounces, depending on your personal preference, to the gallon to make sure it's got enough oil in it. Something about Randy said that they measure it by volume and not, or by weight, not by volume, or one of them two. I don't know. Whatever it is, the calculations are wrong. You don't want to run any PAs on that, or super taggers or whatever on that lightweight stuff. Oh yeah, that'll work. I'll throw it in the car. I got to go out tomorrow to the trailer and get it ready for Tulsa. So I'll throw it in the car. I mean, it would probably work right straight out of the box like that, but I don't know. I trust Randy when he says add oil. So I bought that quart of oil. And then I ended up getting, I should have bought a case. I ended up getting a couple gallons from Rich's Brew at the Nats. And I'm out of that, and I only got a gallon left. Then I bought some old Sig Champion fuel that may or may not be good. I don't know. I probably got 5 gallons of fuel of different varieties around here. But my custom mix stuff, no, we ain't selling that. We'll get you set up for something. And it's fresh. It's only probably a month old. I could not have possibly used a roll of 180. Man, I can't. I'll have to look for it. Oh, how I love the smell of dope. I really like Aerogloss, but can't get that thinner no more. All right. No, I'll be out there. My shop is kind of destroyed right now. I'm not inviting people over. I got to get this place cleaned up. Trust me, you don't want to see it. We'll get this model done, and I'll start cleaning on the place again. You know what? I think that's going to be good enough. We can start doping it. It doesn't need a second. I did a pretty good job of getting it. Yeah, we'll see you out there. You've been over here once or twice. I can't remember. Okay, get that one going. Give this another coat. Trying to roll on really quick. Yeah, it looks good. I'm putting the paint on extra thick because we're going to sand it and then airbrush it. And we may not make it in an hour, but we'll get her done by 8 o'clock anyway. We got 15 watchers. You guys want to see that interview again? Let these dry and then sand them. I wish I could show you Carolina, God, but I don't dare. All right, here comes the interview one more time. Thank you very much for interviewing me here. And yes, I am the kind of the overseer of Stun Hanger, but it actually belongs to all the modeling. I've been doing control line about 50 years. I started at a very young age, and my father was a good provider for me. He opened a hobby shop so that I could pursue my hobby, and basically this is what's come of it. So he flew in 1948, and he got a second place at the Canadian Nationals. We have 4,500 members, and it's basically all worldwide, and that's why you folks down in, I guess, Argentina are viewing Stun Hanger. And it started 11 years ago, and it's been a real success. When I was younger, I built, at the hobby shop, probably 3 a month, and now I'm down to about 6 a year, so about 1 every 2 months. This airplane was built in 40 days, so I don't know. I'd say it's close to 500. Well, I love control line in total. I'm not real sure on the longevity of control line because it's very hard to get younger people involved in the hobby. I'm looking that I should be able to build for the rest of my life, another 20 years anyway. Well, there's been a lot of innovations with the electrics and things that have come about. So the future control line is basically in the younger generation's hands, and now with the computer generation, and electrics, I foresee it lasting, a while longer. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share on my YouTube channel at Stun Hanger at YouTube, and you can also go to www.stunhanger.com and register, and you'll join our control line family. So till we see you again. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya. Well, you see John sitting there in the background, an old Nicolas Cage from My Classic Cars on there. That's what I call him anyway. Let's see here. All right. Anyway, so we're waiting on this dope to dry, waiting for paint, as always. Waiting on paint. Sand it and hit it again, and then I'll airbrush a coat of something on there. I guess white. And the girl that goes along with that video is absolutely stunning. But she's way, way, way younger, too young for us guys. And I don't speak Portuguese, not worth the darn. I mean, I can understand about every third word in Portuguese. Of course, that would be kind of a good marriage. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Blah 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 blah. What? Blah 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 blah. It just sound like wah wah wah. Okay, let's see where we are here. They feel nice. Whether they'll paint nice is I don't know, but they feel good. This one's kind of wet still. It's sticky. See the nice shine you get on it? If you could finish a whole model that way, you could finish it really fast. You get the CA on it and sand it, it almost shines as is. I need to drill a hole in this brush is what I need. This is a sign painter's brush, and here I am using it to dope airplanes. But, whatever. Couldn't find my other brush, my $3 brush that I usually use. I use a $25 brush. So we're getting some dust off, so. That looks good. The French and South Americans really get their kids into control line in a big way. Yep. There's nothing to do there. They play with sticks and rocks. Here they got computers and football and baseball. The biggest problem with our hobby is that they took us out of the schoolyards and put us off in the field. If we could get back to flying at schoolyards, parking lots, etc., we'd see a resurgence. That and the Sue happy crap, you know. You kind of hate to have a kid around you because you don't want to get accused of child molesting, you know. So I hung around. But when I was flying, when I was 12, 13 years old, all them guys were 30, 40 years old, you know. They thought I was a pest. Hey, mister, how do you do that? How come you're doing that? I asked so many stupid questions when I was a kid. How are we doing it that way? Well, you know, I told you my dad he was a mechanic first. He built cars in the garage, and I helped him restore. The last one we did was a '52 Chevrolet Bel Air, light blue two-tone with a dark blue top. And so I knew about cars when I was 12, 11, 12 years old. I don't know, I've mentioned this story before. We were in the Ollie's parking lot in front of my dad's pool store, and there was a guy jumping a car, and he was putting the cables on the battery backwards, you know. I said, hey, mister, you should not do it that way. He said, get away from me, kid. You don't know what you're talking about. The minute I turned my back, the battery exploded in his face. The hydrogen in the battery and the spark that it made, it looked like I got shot in the back with a shotgun. I bet that'll be the last time that he don't listen to a kid. Loud, like a bomb going off. Because it was. I knew it was wrong. Yeah. Like I've said over and over again, this is not a toy for me. This is a piece of artwork. It's a flying piece of artwork. You know, I'm an artist of sort, you know, like commercial art. sign painting and designing and drawing and that kind of nonsense. So why wouldn't I be into this? You know, sculpting a. Okay, turn the alarm off. Sculpting a an airplane out of, you know, sticks of wood. This one here is not ready to sand yet. And maybe we won't make it. We got an hour in almost already. If you guys want to last till 8 o'clock, I'll stay, you know. That's another hour. It's up to you. Otherwise, I can end the stream and continue doing what I'm doing. Let's see, which one did I redo? I redid that one. This is the one that needs it. Let's sand on this while we're waiting for that to dry. For some reason, this foil bunched up and made it really rough right here. I think it was the way I put the sizing on. That's good right there. This is the side that I didn't redo. When I sprayed the sizing on that one, I barely put it on. I mean, barely put it on. Always got to be sanding something. Thank you, John. That helps. That helps a lot. Hopefully you guys get something out of these videos to that you can use. This is a good trick here. Yeah, gotta bring old Tom Creasy, my Omega, that's what it is, Omega fuel. But I got a gallon of it. Oh, here comes the ice cream man. Hello. Went out there and bought ice cream sandwiches at $4 a piece one time. I'm not doing that again. Oh yeah. There was no BS going on, guys trying to molest you or nothing. I don't know what's happened to our country. Tell you what, if you broke a window, the neighbor kicked your ass and then take you home, and your dad had kicked your ass. And my dad was out of town. Mom and Dad were out of town on some trip with the Elks Lodge. They were Elks. And the chief of police was an elk. And I got arrested for some kind of nonsense. I don't remember what it was. And my dad said to the cops, just leave him there. We'll be there. We'll be there tonight. Get him later. So I had to spend the day in jail. Boy, it was terrible. Just leave him. He'll be all right. Still ain't dry. This is dry though. I must have really put that on quick. That was what is wrong with all countries. People are too frightened to kick anybody that. Yeah, that's about right. Mr. Lopez, the shop teacher, and Mr. Jensen, the PE teacher, and Mr. Franco, the auto shop teacher, would whip your ass in a heartbeat if you screwed up. And everybody stayed in line. I don't know what's happened. See, I still remember their names. You don't forget those kind of people. Mr. Bocek, who was the vice principal, I remember him too. He looked like he looked just like the guy who played Herman Munster. What was his name? I can't remember his name now. Anyway, he looked just like Herman Munster. Same facial features. Fred Gwynn. Speaking of Munsters, the guy that goes right across the street, and that lives right across the street, Eddie Munster comes over to his house. Butch Patrick. Guy lives across the street, some kind of professor or something. All them people are old, just like Dopey from Andy Goober show. Ron Howard, he's old, bald. Well, we all get it, I guess. I think Penny Marshall's dead. Everybody's dying. Okay, one more coat. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, you could put tissue on this, but if you do, just more weight and more dope to fill the tissue. So I just put the dope on it, sand it, and we're going to shoot it. Here, we'll paint it here in a minute. The first coat may not look very good. I may have to do it a couple of times, but they take about, I would say 10 minutes to do a piece to make. Cut out some triangles and glue them on and sand them. They're not very hard. Or I could spend weeks building a set of wheel pants, and they'd be too damn heavy, and I'd throw them in the back. My family were Elks, BOE 56, BPOE, yeah, BPOE, Benevolent People Orders of Elks. My mom liked it because so she could go there and gamble. She could tear them checkbooks open by the millions. Yep, it's dried real good. So one more time, 320. Another coat of dope, and then that one has to have one more coat on it to be even. This is called speed finish. They'll look fine. Boy, my June RXL sure was nice looking. That one I built in 40 days. This one will look just as good when it's done. We still got clear, so we ain't done painting yet. I'll fill that up with thinner and spray the whole quart on. Which is about 2 more coats on the airplane. All this right here will get thinned out all the way up here, and then I'll spray all of it on the airplane. And this is already thin, probably. It's pretty damn thin. I don't know. Okay, this one is done, ready for paint. On the next go around, when it dries, I'll sand it and we'll paint it. That one there needs to be sanded and painted once more. It's about 4 coats of dope and 2 coats of CA. This one dry. I don't know why this one don't dry as fast. Nice and shiny though. I don't know if the camera will show you that. The CA seals the grain, and the dope gives you a little bit to sand off, and then you do it again. Almost done, you bet. We're gonna paint here in a minute. We'll sand and paint that one, and then I gotta sand this one, put another coat of dope on it. We'll be done by 8 o'clock. single color. I don't know about another color. We might do checkerboards. Nothing's too good for this airplane. I'd have to tape them out. I wouldn't be able to. So it'd be 2 tapings to do this. But I might. Almost ready to sand. Sunday or Saturday, I'm going to fly that Continental that you saw me taking out of the back of my car that I had at Brodax 10 years ago. Not the big one behind me, but the one that looks just like it, one with the gold leaf on it. The classic airplane. So Saturday I'll fly classic and Sunday I'll fly Pampa. So 2 days of flying. And then the following weekend will be Tulsa. How difficult is it buying rev up props? Impossible. That's how difficult. Unobtainium. The good ones, the ones you need, 13.6. I got enough rev ups to last my lifetime. I got some 11.6 EWs, 10.6 EWs. I got some 16.45s I can cut down to 15 or 14 or whatever. I got probably a dozen 13.6s. You can't buy them. There are no rev ups left. They kind of got to be willed to you almost. Super Tiger 60s run best on a 13.6. I've had people like John Paris tell me he's not impressed with 13.6 on Super Tiger 60. I have no problem with them. They run the way I run the motors. They work perfect. The reason why I like them, as opposed to a carbon prop, it's the magic's in the wood. They're only 0.6 of an ounce. Or a carbon prop, you can't get them. They're just impossible to get. Go to swap meets. Ask your friends. I bought a bag of drone props, 12.5s, but I'm not impressed with those. If you cut it to 11.5, they really don't have enough blade to drive anything. If you cut it to a 10.5, it'd be really shit. Okay. And I got a carbon fiber rev up. We took a carbon rev up prop, made a mold, and made a carbon fiber rev up. It don't work at all like a rev up, not a bit. Got no drive. Of course, props are weird. If I worked on it, that's why I built that prop dyno, which I haven't completed yet. I need a board is what I need. I have a Rockler steam generator there. I got to go get some fence pickets and build me a steam box for the Rockler generator. Okay, we're done with clear now. And so when I get those fence pickets for the steam box, I'll finish my prop dyno. But that won't be till after I get back from Tulsa. I'm kind of excited to go to Tulsa. Joe said he'd give me a ride in his Chipmunk. So I use a plastic bag cleaner and some paper towel inside so it's not to burn your finger. Yeah, I used a paper towel. I just didn't want I didn't want to sand it off my hands. See, you know these tricks, Terry. Some of these guys don't know these tricks, so I'm passing it on. See how I've left my brush chiseled? That's what you want to do. Otherwise, you end up with a broom. Put some oil on it. I think we are done painting with it. Of course, it won't go down in there, so I got to do it this way, make a mess. I don't know what kind of oil this is, what it's made out of, but good stuff for brushes. It's regular brush oil from Kafka. Time to load a paper towel. Let's see what it's made out of. Probably motor oil. Clean the brush with proper solvent, taking special care to remove any buildup, paint, and residue. Soak bristles in Kafka design brush oil, making sure the heel is saturated. Squeeze out the excess oil and shape brush for desired use. Store brush in such a position to prevent the shape or distortion. Oil may be rinsed from the brush at any time with mineral spirits or similar solvent. Has no idea what it's made of. Doesn't smell like castor oil. Doesn't smell like motor oil. It smells kind of funky. I think I stood his wife back a little bit when I said, "Hey, I know you guys are getting older. You know, they're both like almost 80. When Steve dies, are you guys still going to have these brushes for sale?" Yeah, we're going to have it for sale. Okay, so we got no crappy messages. Hopefully I got enough air in the compressor. I don't want to run the compressor tonight. How do I clean the oil out of the brush? Dip it in lacquer thinner, swish it around, and wipe it off. If that way your brush is like that every time. When you go to paint, it's not all sticking out goofy. It's trained to do that. Now, this was a sign painter's brush. It's not, you weren't supposed to use it with lacquer. You're supposed to use it with enamels. So I just took the lacquer thinner and cleaned off all the paint off the handle because it was going to come off anyway. Putting it down in the dope. I need to sand that a little better and put some shellac on it or something. Where are we at here? Yep, that feels good. So, what do we want to sand this with now? I guess 400. We'll sand down to 400 and that should be ready to paint. There's 150, 180, 320, now 400 and should be ready to go. Is it a concourse paint job? No, but they're only landing gear. You can always work on them at another time. I just want to get them done. I'll probably end up remaking this one. If it cracks, we'll remake it. Got pretty thin. I sanded it pretty damn thin there. We'll see what it looks like. I got any white? Whatever I got in there, or I got orange. Orange would cover this good. We'll do them in orange, I guess. Get a base in orange and then trim them in something else. If you use a plastic bag, the finish I get is glass smooth. Sand lightly with 320. So the primer, I'm not using primer, unfortunately. I don't have any good primer. I wouldn't use that AutoZone or Harbor Freight shit again for nothing. First time I tried it, that's the last time I'll try it. Guys on the forum say, Harbor Freight primer is great. You guys know what great is. It's shit. Look at that. See, there's something weird going on with this dope. It's all powder on this dope, and we just painted it. It's not supposed to do that. It's like it's got an accelerator in it or something. Maybe they figure we just don't want to wait weeks for it to dry anymore, and they've added some kind of additive. Aerogloss would not do that. That's painted orange because orange covers the best. Then I can paint trim on it. Black and white trim. Well, Von Dutch used motor oil for his brushes, petroleum-based products. Okay, let's get the orange. We'll do the orange. I got plenty of orange somewhere. There it is. This stuff covers so good. Do I got any air? That's the problem. Yep. Plenty of air for an airbrush. I don't know why Harbor Freight can't get a fitting. It doesn't leak. Get what you pay for. You know what? We're going to be smart. I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to do it with a cup. I'll end up with it in my lap. We won't be pounding any lids of cans around the airplane either. Oh. Put this away. There's enough orange paint here in this jar, half a jar, to paint 2 more airplanes. This stuff covers so good. That's probably 5 times more than I need. At least I don't have to go back and get it again. Okay, here goes. I guess you want to see me do it, so we'll do it that way. Gonna be 2 coats. You can see that coming. Got a dark spot there. Beautiful. Let me put this back in the holder so I can get it in the airplane without screwing it up. See how good it covers? I mean, that's 2 coats and it'll be ready for clear and buff. I got a couple quarts of Aerogloss here. Got no thinner though. The thinner is MEK, which I just found out by reading the label like a dumb shit. I should have read it long ago. Yep, we're out of it. Took 1 cup for 1 coat. ½ ounce for 1 coat. ½ ounce of paint. Oh, gotta go this way. Yeah, I know they know what it is. I opened it up just to get the smell of hobby in the shop. What did I do with it? Yeah, I think I took it out to the garage. Yeah, I got a lot of paint under my bed. I took a bunch of paint out in the garage because I'm not going to use it. Brand new quart I got. Brand new. I love that stuff. It was great. It would really shine. So we'll wait a couple minutes. This will be done by 8 o'clock, this whole job. See, the way I build model airplanes is the way that I worked on flat rate. You narrow it down to certain operations. Like this particular airplane was, the operation was cut the ribs, make the spar. Okay, that was one operation. Cut the ribs, make the spar. The next operation was make the fuselage. So I made the fuselage. Then the next operation was stick the spar in the fuselage and lay the leading and trailing edges. Then the next operation was the elevator stabilizer. And then lay the ribs, and we're done. And the last operation is top and bottom block. There's like 5 operations. No big deal. People look at I-beam and say, "Oh, that's complicated. How hard?" Shit, they ain't nothing. They are nothing. How do you think Jack Sheik could build one airplane a month? Always in my childhood or younger days or whatever you want to call it, I wanted to be as prolific as Jack Sheik's, and he built some airplanes. Late 60s, early 70s, he had an airplane every month. It seemed like once a week, but he had an airplane every month. And then I saw Bob Whiteley and his Miss Kell. I had to build one of them. I didn't like that airplane. See, the wing of the day today is the Geobolt wing or the Geomax wing. The wing of the day when I was younger is the Jim Van Lew Chipmunk wing. Everything was based off a Chipmunk wing. And before that, everything was based off a Nobler wing. They were just starting to go away from the smaller airplanes to larger. Lou McFarlane had just come out with a shark. Tom Warden said that's the end of stunt. That's about right, too. Then we built them Futuras and all that crap. So we need some more dope on this. It ain't great, but it will be. Get some more dope on it and sand it. Probably going to take 2 sessions of painting to make it perfect. So let's add some more dope. Put it on, sand it off. At least with this orange, I can see where it needs it. With the clear, you can't see it. I need to get my hanger, my other hanger for my airbrushes. It's in the box on the other side of the wall. Well, that covered that. I got a marker mark that ain't gonna cover though. I used to cut the bottom of that off with. Okay, this is 2 coats of orange. We'll see how it looks when it dries, but that's a pretty good finish for Insta finish. When it completely dries in a couple days, I'll sand it down. You'll get to see all the lows and then hit it again. But I'm going to take this out to the park on Saturday to show the guys what can be done in a month. And if I wanted to, I could fly it, but I'm not going to until I get back from Tulsa. Ain't that big a rush. Can't compete with it because I have no time on it, so might as well not get excited about it. Of course, I don't know. Best airplanes I ever did were done quick. If I don't think about it and I just do it, that's when they turn out good. Come on, get in there. Oh, well, we'll just leave it sit there until it dries so I can get it in there. Okay, I'm going to make a head call. We'll play that overlay one more time while I'm taking a head call, so you'll have something to watch. So just look at the airplanes. You don't have to listen to the interview. Give me a minute. Thank you very much for interviewing me here. And yes, I am the kind of the overseer of Stun Hanger, but it actually belongs to all the modeling. I've been doing control line about 50 years. I started at a very young age, and my father was a good provider for me. He opened a hobby shop so that I could pursue my hobby, and basically this is what's come of it. So he flew in 1948, and he got a second place at the Canadian Nationals. We have 4,500 members, and it's basically all worldwide, and that's why you folks down in, I guess, Argentina are viewing Stun Hanger. And it started 11 years ago, and it's been a real success. When I was younger, I built, at the hobby shop, probably 3 a month, and now I'm down to about 6 a year, so about 1 every 2 months. This airplane was built 40 days, so I don't know. I'd say it's close to 500. Well, I love control line in total. I'm not real sure on the longevity of control line because it's very hard to get younger people involved in the hobby. I'm looking that I should be able to build for the rest of my life, another 20 years anyway. Well, there's been a lot of innovations with the electrics and things that have come about. So the future control line is basically in the younger generation's hands, and now with the computer generation, and electrics, I foresee it lasting, a while longer. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share on my YouTube channel at Stun Hanger at YouTube, and you can also go to www.stunhanger.com and register, and you'll join our Control Line family. So, till we see you again, fair winds, tight line. See ya. Well, I made it back from the head call. I hope you're not. I'm going to take that out of the queue, but I wanted to show it. We showed it 3 times. That'll be the last time it gets shown. I'm going to upload another short one I did. It's about a minute. I got to find it. It shows 3 or 4 different airplanes that I've done. Yeah, that's what we used, was Aerogloss. Yeah, I sent him the money already. He sent me a message that he'd be mailing them today, so. Yeah, it's because I am older. That was 10 years ago. I haven't changed in all my life. I still wear the same pants I wore in junior high. Same size. Just the way it is. If I shave the beard off, you can see all the wrinkles under the bottom of my neck. I'll leave that on. Yeah, one more coat would do this. It looks like it's drying up pretty good. But I think I'm just going to clear and blue on the fuse. Yeah. I used to steal my mother's scarves and cover airplanes with my mother's scarves. He said, well, that's a pretty pattern. Where did you get that? Out of your drawer. Silk scarves. Paint them upside down. Yeah, the grain sealed real good on this. I'm gonna let this go as is. We're gonna put it together and see what it looks like sitting on its wheels. Come on. Oh, almost. Here's a trick for you non-mechanically inclined guys. If you turn the screw backwards in the hole until you hear it click, then go forward, you got it. It's not cross thread. Some guys may know that, some guys may not. So you might as well get the skinny. Well, we're going to have to sand it or something here. Got some CA on it or some goober. Yeah, got some more on there. Doesn't do any good to force it. All that'll happen is mean it'll be impossible to get off. Yeah, I guess so. I wore the same size pants. I've been this size all my life. I ain't as fat as some, I can tell you that right now. Some guys got the Dunlop, you can't even see their belt. Come on, get in there. I need to pour that back in the cup so I don't spill it. Put that right here. We'll get it after the program. It's not a concourse finish on this, but it's good enough that I can take it to the field like that. Better than raw wood. I'll sand it and shoot it again and clear it and put some trim on it or whatever. Well, hell, what happened there? Got both of them in there. Extra part. Got extra parts. These don't need to be 500 foot-pounds either. Just tighten them up till they're snug. Because they hold absolutely nothing on except the door. They don't hold the landing gear on. They just hold the door on. The landing gear is held in with that channel that I made. I don't think we got any CA on this side. Nope. So I'll do the silver leaf on that other leading edge tonight offline. Be ready for clear tomorrow. Well, that's not true because I still got to do my inking and anything else I'm going to do. Wish I wouldn't have cut it that damn short. I'm gonna have to, yeah, it should be all right. Put it on its wheels and see what it looks like. Looks pretty good to me. I think I got some caster. What's going on here? Didn't have that before, so that must not be in right. Oh, I know what it is. I need to bend that over. Okay. It'll probably be okay, but we'll work on it. Yeah, sure. Probably cost as much to mail it as it did to build it. I have to zoom out a little bit. I think we're zoomed in slightly. Yep. That's what it looks like. And I will go over it again and get a nicer finish on it, but it's pretty good. I mean, pretty good for a 2-hour finish. And that's what it took, 2 hours. We'll sand them and paint them again, and I'll clear them and stripe them and all that other BS. We're probably at 52 ounces now. It was at 51.8 before I did that, so 52. And then with that clear, rest of that clear to go on this, you know it's going to be 53. That's the way it is. So that's 3 ounces over my target, but I wasn't going to make 50 anyway. It's all in the paint. 53. We only have a slight amount of, this is 51.8 now, and maybe 52. I only have enough clear to put it 1 more ounce on it, and that's it. We're done painting. Then it's, in order to get it to shine, is elbow grease. I'll sit and spend 100 hours rubbing, sanding and rubbing. Yeah, if I stopped right now, it's 52. But I don't, and I could bring this out. I could make this shine. I'm sure about it. I'm sure of it. That I could sand this with 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, and polish this and make it shine right up. I'm absolutely 100% sure. But the deal is you start with a quart of paint and you use it all. For some reason, because of the primer or whatever, I went overweight a little bit, you know. I shouldn't have used that AutoZone or that Harbor Freight primer. Just the way it goes. It'll never happen again because that shit is garbage. Yeah, it fills. Yeah, it sands okay, but the dope don't stick to it. So if it ain't sticking to it, it ain't no good. I kind of figured as much when I pulled that up around them fillets there. I'm hoping I don't have a problem with the fillets on this airplane. If that's the case, I'll have to grind the fillets out and redo them without primer. But we won't know that for a year. Yeah, this is 1400 something now. I'll show you. I'll weigh it for you. I'm not scared. I'll get the scale. Everything is on this airplane. Everything it needs to fly. Everything. Yeah, we're not at 52 yet. Oh yeah, we are 52 even. And I'm afraid to let it go. Let me my guess was pretty good. 52 ounces. 1476. £3, 4 ounces. 52. You don't weigh them with fuel in them. And it might go under 52 as the paint dries, you know. They say gas and all. I got one more. Power. One more bit of clear. Let me unplug this thing leaking. We don't have much air left in the tank. I got this much paint left. This is a little less than an ounce. I'll fill this all the way up with thinner, shake it up real good, spray the airplane with mostly thinner, and that should make it flow really well. Then I'll sand and polish it, and it should be no more than an added ounce. But even at 53, that's 6 ounces lighter than the Junar. So the Junar flew really well. This should be a killer. This is dead. All right, we're done. I appreciate it. It's my dinner time. Make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications, and I'll see you tomorrow. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.